when I say everything changed, when we transitioned to the rescue role, we still had pretty similar conditions as far as smoke, very little heat. When we transitioned to the rescue mode, in the middle of the rescue, trying to get up the ladder, smoke became very, very thick within probably a second or two. Firefighter McMillan had transitioned onto what turned out to be a pool deck on what was the third floor, trying to make access to the victims. And the minute he stepped off the ladder, the smoke became much heavier, much more intense. And within just a second or two, that's when all the smoke changed to fire. And I knew it had gone from bad to deadly. Deadly for, of course, whoever's inside, but deadly for us as well. And there was little to no time to make a decision other than to make sure everybody got out.
So when I got up to the third floor, I spotted the victims and I heard the screaming. That's when I noticed the conditions of the building start to change. A lot of smoke, heat was coming up to the third floor, meaning that the fire was traveling up. So at that point, I knew that my life was in danger and I had to jump on the ladder, revert back to my training, slide down, and thankfully Coat was at the bottom to catch me.
We really take this personally, and I don't think people really understand that. And when Captain Bright talks about we will risk a lot to save a lot, you heard from both Firefighter McMillan and Firefighter Coates and Benson and Captain Bright, like they risked right up to the point where McMillan has to physically bail out of a third floor onto a ladder, uncontrolled, slide it down where Coates catches him at the bottom just to save his own life. But we push ourselves as far as we physically can in what the gear will allow because we care. And I don't want that ever to get lost.
Our folks are good at what they do. And what they do, if it's humanly and divinely possible, is save lives. That's it in a nutshell. And what they did that day, I've been doing this 29 years in this town. I'm a lifelong charlatan. I've never seen what they did and what they did. You don't see it every day. We risk it every day, but what they pulled off that day is something unheard of. They saved lives. And that is the news story.